Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of American Soccer Quick Kicks. I just want to welcome again the new subscribers that I've picked up. What seems like strictly because Leo Messi has now joined MLS. I know I have some new folks in Argentina that are watching. I just want to take an opportunity. Maybe you're not that familiar with MLS. I want to tell you exactly what kind of situation Messi is stepping into in Miami and what trophies are available. What's on the table that maybe he and Miami can win this year. Um, so first of all, when this was first announced, Miami. So let me explain this. MLS or American soccer structure does not include promotion relegation. MLS is a closed league. There are currently 29 clubs and it's split into two conferences, Western and Eastern. 9 teams from each conference will qualify for the playoffs this year. So we have a playoff, basically a postseason tournament. We play for the MLS Cup in that tournament, and that's basically like MLS version of the Super Bowl with the NFL. You just want to get to the playoffs, get to the final, lift the trophy. That's the main trophy that every team wants to compete for this year. And Miami is dead last in the Eastern Conference. And when the Messi announcement was first made, it felt like Miami was within striking distance of that playoff line. You know, if you can just get to ninth place before the season is over, then qualify for that postseason tournament, the playoffs, and you never know what'll happen. That is seeming less and less likely to be a possibility because since the announcement, Miami has done nothing but lose. They are now very far away, points wise, from that playoff line. And by the time Messi joins in late July, the League's Cup will be taking place. So it's going to be August before we see him in MLS regular season action. There's just not going to be a lot of matches left for Miami to dig out of that hole. So it seems less and less likely with each match day that passes that that it's going to be even mathematically possible for Miami to make the playoffs this year, regardless of who they have on their team. And so let me acknowledge, it's not just going to be Leo Messi coming in. We have Sergio Busquets, reunion with the former Barcelona teammate. That's going to be huge. Not only that, they have officially hired Tata Martino as the manager. That's a no-brainer. I love seeing Tata there. He previously managed Messi in Barcelona and at Argentina, and he has won MLS Cup before with Atlanta in 2018. So you bring in Tata in, you've got Messi and you got Busquets. Suddenly Miami is going to be a real contender. But I just don't think it's going to be possible to make the playoffs. But not all is lost. So we have something coming up called the Leagues Cup, which I will get into more later in the month of July. But basically, the regular season for MLS is going to be put on pause, and the same will be true for Liga MX, the domestic league, the top league in Mexico. And all the clubs from both leagues are going to play in a month-long tournament competing for the Leagues Cup. I'm actually looking forward to that. It's not just a secondary competition because it's not being squeezed in around other fixtures. The calendar is clear. There's nothing to play for during this month except this tournament. I think it's going to be huge for Major League Soccer, and I will explain more of that later when we get closer to it. But the top 3 finishers in that tournament will qualify for next year's Champions League. And of course, the winner, the Leagues Cup champion, will actually receive a bye in the first round and go straight into the round of 16 for the Champions League. But also the second place finisher and the third place finisher will also qualify. So if Miami can, and that's when Messi will start playing. He'll make his debut in the Leagues Cup competition. And if they can finish in the top 3, then Messi's playing Champions League next year. The other thing is our domestic cup is called the U.S. Open Cup. It does take place concurrently within the Major League Soccer season, and we're at the semifinal stage now. Semifinals will be played on August 23rd, and Miami is in the semifinals. So they managed to make it to the semifinals of that tournament despite having a bad team. But by the time they play it, they're going to have Messi and Busquets and Tata, and they will have been there for a good month. So they are matched up against Cincinnati in that semifinal. And Cincinnati is right now by far the points leader for the entire league. So that could be a really tough matchup. But you've got Messi and you've got Busquets working together. Very interesting. Miami absolutely could end up with the Open Cup trophy, and the winner of that tournament does also qualify for Champions League. So those are the two main. Those are the two trophies that are available to Messi this year: Leagues Cup and Open Cup. And so with an Open Cup, it's only two matches, right? Semifinal and the final. If you can win two matches, you're in Champions League. So, and of course, imagine how huge that will be. Champions League, you're traveling right within CONCACAF, so it absolutely means going into Mexico. And I love the idea of Messi and Miami playing intercontinentally in the Champions League next year. I'm really going to be pulling for them. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, and just want to set that table for you. If you have any questions, any comments, please just leave it here in the comment section. And if you're listening, if you're watching from Argentina, or if you've signed up for this channel since the Messi announcement, let me know. I want to hear from you. Anyway, that's going to do it for now. Watch some soccer with me, and I'll talk to you next time.